Welcome back, everybody. So before I get into this movie review, I know I've done a few reviews where it sounds like I actually hate these movies and all that kind of stuff. I don't hate these movies in any way, shape, or form. It's just I don't enjoy them very much. And where I want to be a movie reviewist anyway, I have to review the movies I don't like so much as well as the good movies which I really, really do enjoy. So I'm not one of these people that will pound on load of hate for a movie. It's just that there'll be things in this movie which I really, really don't like, which will then affect how much I enjoy this movie. This movie review is one of those kind of videos. So obviously, like I said, I have to review the movies I don't enjoy as much, as well as the movies that I really, really do love. So, I do apologize if it seems like I'm hounding on these films a lot. I'm not. I'm just keeping it spread. I could review every single movie that I love easy, just off the top of my head. But I've also got to do these ones as well. So, Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. Again, I do not hate this movie. I just don't enjoy it as much as the first two. And it's near enough impossible anyway. The first Terminator is absolutely fantastic. The second Terminator is one of those rare sequels that can actually beat the first one. I don't believe they were trying to do this in this one. It's not a bad movie in any way, shape, or form. I do like the storyline. I like the TX in here. I like the fact that Arnie returned in this one as well as a complete different Terminator. So, it, I think that is where the problem is. Where you were like going, God, I hope it's like T2 and all that. And, he's the Arnie that we kind of saw in T2. And obviously, it can't work like that in any way, shape, or form. And I think that's where one of my problems, well, probably one of the biggest problems I've got with it, and I'm sure probably there's a few of you that have that same problem as well, is where he's not learning in this one, where he's not, or hasn't got that kind of human emotion kind of feel to him in this one, is why this movie is a little bit tamed down for me. Like I said, the idea of it is actually really, really good. I do like some of the special effects in here. The TX in this is absolutely fantastic. It's a great new addition. A female Terminator. Absolutely awesome. Really enjoyed that side of it. I enjoyed the fight sequences in here as well. The comedic factor in here is a little bit off in this movie, especially when it comes to the Terminator. The glasses at the front, I can't stand that. It's just, I see what they were trying to do, but it just didn't really work for me because you're actually still dealing with a movie which is about killing off most of humanity. So overuse of comedic factor in a movie like this can actually spoil it, and it did a little bit for me. There's just too many of these little corny little bit of sort of comedic factors in this movie which just kind of spoiled it for me. But like I said, I mean, I could talk about many, many things about this. Another reason why I didn't particularly like it is the fact that Linda Hamilton wasn't in this one. She's a big, massive addition to that universe, and she does need, if there's a Terminator movie, unless they do something like Salvation, she realistically needed to be in this movie to make it any good. So there's another problem for this movie that I have. Other things in here, I mean, I could literally just, I don't want to hound on this movie in any way, shape, or form. I really, really don't, because I can actually sit down there and watch it. Sit down and watch it when it's on TV, or I could put it in DVD and just watch it. It's as simple as that. It's just, it lacks those things. You lack, because obviously Arnie is a different Terminator in this, when you lose that kind of human emotion that you you, you know, grew to love in the second one. Without the addition of Linda Hamilton in this movie as well, is a big, big dent in this. Performances in this, especially John Connor, I think it's Nick Stein, I think it's who plays John Connor in this one. Because it's not Edward Furlong, again, it's another bugbear for me. His acting is not the best in here. Claire Danes in here was actually, yeah, she was pretty good. She stepped up to the mark. She kind of reminded me of Linda Hamilton, like as in the first one. She's like, oh my God, there's no such thing as and all that. And then she gradually rises above that, which is a good little addition. Arnie's performance as the Terminator, nowhere near as good as T1 and T2, I have to be honest with you. But still a great addition to this movie. And like I said, don't hate this movie. I enjoy it. These are the problems which make me not enjoy it, say, as much as, say, Terminator 2. So on that note, I will give this, what do I give it? I'd give it a 5 out of 10 on this one. Strictly because of those problems which I mentioned. I like the idea, I like the story, I like the direction of where they were trying to go with this, but the overuse of comedic factor, the lack of Linda Hamilton, Edward Furlong, Arnie Schwarzenegger not really feeling like the Terminator that I'm used to. You haven't got that emotional attachment to him like you did in the second one. These are all the reasons why it's only getting half mark, well, 5 out of 10. It's because I think that I was expecting, me personally, more from this movie than what actually was delivered. You know, that's the way I look at it. It is still an enjoyable watch. I do enjoy watching it, but just not as much as the other first two. So on that note, please tell me what you think. Put it in the comments down below as normal. Hope you all have a great rest of the day, whatever you're doing. Please take care and goodbye.